We're back with Battle Arena, partially because I need to do more arena attempts, and partially because I don't have anything else prepared. And the subway is not ready; it's still bugging out on me. We do more arena to improve the PB. 109 is not very good. So the Battle Arena is the facility where each 1v1 lasts 3 turns. You can't swap. You can't switch. And if the match doesn't end after 3 turns, the judges decide who wins. Ah, I forgot to do this. I misspelled the title, didn't I? It's Arena, not Arcade. Famously cannot do anything about Farfetch'd. So I moved back towards the Milo variant instead of Medicham. I don't think Medicham's that reliable. Milo is okay. Ugh. Wasn't really a typo. I was actually just completely brain off mode. Well done, Pineco. Going back to Glaceon. Glaceon is not in Gen 3. My disadvantage. We should probably lead Snort. We should probably lead Latios for these early rounds, to be honest, but I just don't feel like... I feel like warming into it, even though this is not really any kind of a warm-up, if I'm just mindlessly mashing. With this facility again, you can't swap in this facility. And each battle ends after 3 turns. And the judges decide who wins based on a series of somewhat arbitrary decisions. So Mind is how often you attack. I win on Mind because Stant use Confuse Ray. Skill is how often you get a move off. I think I still lose even though Confuse Ray is not very effective against Snorlax. Yep. And then I win on Body because I have more HP at the end compared to the start. Ooh, the Sandvale. But I win on Body and Mind. Ooh, no triple. The overlay will lie at the start as well. Screech is annoying. Having said that, I think we don't fully understand the scoring. Bulbapedia is definitely wrong about something. We're just not fully sure what it is. When it comes to the way immunities interact, and when it comes to the way that fully paralyzed turns and sleep turns get counted. Yeah, if you knock them out, there's no judging. But against a lot of opponents later on, Snorlax has to go Yawn, then attack, then rest, and you win on body. I win on body. It's a close one though. So Yawn is overpowered because in a 3-turn match, they spend the final turn asleep, which means you often win on skill after using Yawn. You get a similar thing with Dive and Fly. I win every category here because of its failed disable. Etchy! Thanks for the raid, Etchy. I saw you doing the Pokemon Let's Go run. How did that go? We are playing Battle Arena early rounds. Battle Arena is the Gen 3 facility where the judging ends after 3 turns. Mostly good. I've only played the games once. It's fine. We'll let Snorlax faint. Latios can clean us up. So yeah, we are cheesing. We are mercilessly cheesing the AI. So let's go through the team really fast. The Latios is the cleanest one. Latios isn't cheating, it's just a strong Pokemon, but the way Snorlax works is that you start off with Yawn. So you Yawn the enemy, then you attack, and then on the 3rd turn you rest as they are asleep from Yawn. And this means that we win on skill, because they have to skip the 3rd turn because they're asleep. And then rest means we win on what's called body, because we will be at full HP. The funny thing about this Snorlax, though, is that this Snorlax does lose to normal flying types. Obviously, Latios does deal them quite well, but you can't switch in this facility. So there are some Pokemon where Snorlax just sacrifices itself to get Yawn off as it dies. And then Milo is the other cheese Pokemon where the way the AI works, it doesn't understand when Milo is using Dive. It'll try to attack, and its attacks will miss on Dive, and then we win on skill. And then Recover is to cheese the body wins, and then we also got Mirror Coat. So Mirror Coat is really good in Gen 3 because the only weaknesses that water types have are Grass and Electric, which are both special moves in Gen 3. Where? Back to Arena, yep. I really hate Cypher. Yeah, this week has been a struggle for the Frontier. It was a rare tie. So yesterday I started Battle Tower at 140, lost, and then got back to 140. So I successfully made no progress in about 3 hours. So we went here on Mind. Mind is how often you attack. So I attacked twice. Omastar did not attack at all. Skill is how often you successfully use a move, but it's also affected by super effective moves. So super effective is counted as like an extra move, and not very effective or immune attacks are affected by that as well. And then body is just who has more HP. So one of the issues that Snorlax has is that even though Yawn is a status move, rock types are considered to be resistant to Yawn. So if you use Yawn on something like Golem, it counts as being not very effective for the scoring, which is quite annoying. But not very effective is still better than failing to use a move, and obviously Pokemon that are faint, that are sleeping are failing to use a move. So we both attack twice. I'm going to fail the Sandveil attack, and then I win on body, and it is a tie. If I lose before, like, match 35, though, I should retire. And the overlay is meant to display the enemy sets properly, but it's broken. It's using factory logic, which is not going to fit for every trainer. It'll fix itself after 49, but for now it's going to be broken. Another fun thing about the arena is that the gold symbol fight against Greta is actually very difficult with the Confuse Ray Umbreon. It's part of why we lead off with Snorlax. Snorlax has Lumberry. So Umbreon has to back-to-back Confuse Ray to have a chance against us. So now Exeter spends his turn asleep. We went on Mind, we attacked twice. We went on Skill as well because Executive was asleep. And then we went on Body because obviously we took no damage and it took like a 90% there. So the issue that Snorlax has is that obviously some Pokemon have a Lumberry and therefore are immune to Yawn. But sometimes you use Yawn anyway to remove their Lum or Chesto Berry, and then you use Yawn again on the third turn of the match. And that means that they fall asleep after one turn versus Latios, which is quite useful as well. It is a somewhat rare loss. That's a frustrating crit. Okay. No miss. It is going to be asleep though. We do get a free substitute here at least. Unless it wakes up immediately and survives the attack because it's Marowak 1 and has max HP investment. It's Golem 1. If it doesn't paralyze us, I think we're fine. That's frustrating, but I don't think I want to take the Patea boost. Yeah, that's fine. The Fable 1 would never. This is that crit is very annoying as well. A fun bug in Gen 3 is that the way it looks up Mirror Coat and Counter are broken on type. So Snorlax is a physical type in Gen 3, it's normal. But that promotes the use of Mirror Coat, but Milo actually got the Mirror Coat off anyway. But we can cheese this Lantern. Even though we're asleep, the Earthquakes count as being attack. So we tie on Mind, we both attacked once. It's going to win on Skill, because I was asleep, but then I win on Body. There are a few things that the devs did account for in the battle arena, such as protect and fake out. You get points penalties on both of those on skill. It still makes some quite good moves though. Unfortunately, we're going to lose on skill, so I really hope we do a bit more than half here. It's going to be very close, but I think we've narrowly won on body. Yeah. Well, so we're not facing the hard opponents yet, so it's only fake tension, hopefully, if something goes wrong. It's a triple tie, that's very rare. That's very rare. Welmer too. What was the loss? Oh, sorry, I missed that reverse lunatic. We, the tower loss was unbelievable. So we ran into a Metagos 4 lead. This is Gen 4. So I Destiny bonded Metagos 4, which is what we do. Then I sent out Mesprit, and it was Skuntank. And I was like, okay, that's fine, as long as it doesn't explode. It went for Crunch. I tricked it. The second Crunch killed. Then Drapion came out, and then Drapion got hit by a special, a physical defense drop 4 turns in a row on Crunch. So Crunch defense drop, Crunch defense drop, Crunch defense drop, Crunch defense drop, and Acupressure gave me nothing. So just lost, just lost. Unfortunately, it happens quite often. The Drapion is a bit vulnerable to Crunch and Shadow Ball. Yeah, it was pretty nuts RNG. At the same time, at least it was only like, what was it? Like 152 or something we lost it. So it was only like a few hours of progress. Yeah, it was low. So, Greta's silver. I misclicked, nice. This Heracross is Salakberry. Go for Ice Beam, since it doesn't get affected by Synchronize in the same way. And we get lucky on the freeze. And now we lose. Oh my god. I can't remember if Mirror Code counts or not. I misclicked on the Heracross. There was a reason that I brought the Medicham in earlier rounds. I remember it now. So we do this. I win if it Confuse Rays, I guess, right? But it doesn't Confuse Ray. Wait, hold on, let me get Medicham. And let's also lead with Latios. We'll go this way round. No Snorlax is fine for the early rounds, I think. We could actually do this. And wait until the Dark type shows up. Oh wait, I haven't restarted that. Yeah, Greta is like kind of evil. It's definitely my fault for misclicking though. Thanks for the fine sub, KNM. Hopefully we actually get a run today. I've been told by multiple people that the average arena streak should be over 150, which seems absolutely insane to me. I've never seen that in practice. The inability to switch is horrendous in Pokemon. Appreciate your content. Hopefully we actually get somewhere today. This is a reaction test to a dark type showing up. Why dive? Because it forces the enemy to miss and then we win on skill. So it misses there, we went on skill. Be a bit careful here. Some of the higher IV Pokemon are actually a little bit of a problem. I don't think Counter Code counts as an attack in Arena. I'm fairly certain about that. For mind points, that is. Mind is how offensive you are when you are trying to KO enemies. 7 streams. I don't stream that often. I try and stream 3 times a week on Twitch and 1 or 2 on YouTube. I haven't had my PC crash since the YouTube issue, though. So, maybe I'm safe. That's hilarious. Focus band. That's not a fighting type. Nice Quick Claw crit. Okay. Nice Quick Claw again. Quick Claw into no Quick Claw, so you dodge dive. You failed to Quick Claw on the final turn, though. That's how Milo usually goes. So we dodged that attack, and now we recover in case it almost kills us, just like that. Milo is really good. Milo and Snorlax are both exceptional Pokemon for cheesing the enemy. The downside is that they don't gel very well as a duo. You need to separate them by something, which is usually Latios or a similar Pokemon. I know Xarian was recently using Choice Band Medicham as well, which I think is a fine lead. I think you gain bonus points for being able to button mash a bit faster as well. Wow, we don't kill. So yeah, hit him on top miss twice, so it gets nothing in skill, basically. Maybe this is a better... it's not a better team, though, because Latios is a horrible lead in Gen 3. You could try it. I think the problem with slacking is just the... because you can't switch, There's no way out of the bad matchups. So if the enemy has a move like Protect or Fake Out, you can't just pivot out and avoid the downsides. But I don't think it would be bad. Everyone loves how bulky Gyarados 1 is. I should have actually gone for the turn 1 substitute there. Yeah, you can't baton pass in the arena. It fails. So does Roar. You are stuck in the 1v1. Oh yeah, Laxin sense, baby. Okay, time to rematch. Time for the revenge. We'll freeze it again. You crit me through my potato berry. It's very rude. And now we dodge again and we win on skill. Alien. So what do we choose now? I think we go back to the original team. I don't like Medicham in the back, even though the world record team did use it. Insomnia. Okay. Hopefully this is not early bird. It's actually a chance we win. We do actually win, because Protect gets ignored for skill, and we won on body. That is a massive scam. Unfortunately, we are. Okay. A double choke from the enemy, sure. The Snorlax mirror is scary later on. Not so much right now. There's no unique AI, no. That's why the dive strategy is so strong. Honestly, something that I think could work quite well in Arena has never really been tried is Blissey. I think counter Blissey could work well. Obviously, because the Arena ends the 1v1 after 3 turns, you don't get the usual benefits of Blissey just stalling everything, but you do get soft-boiled. You do get counter. I'm wondering what the other moves would be. Like, maybe Flamethrower. Is the Arena world record recorded? It is not. 317 is not recorded. However, 317 was live streamed a long time ago. We can't review it. It was not recorded, but it was live streamed. I need to shut my windows 1 second. What was the team they used? They used this Snorlax, this Latios, and the Medicham I have in my party in the overworld, which is a Endure Salac Reversal Medicham. Dugong lead. It's actually probably better to Shadow Ball this, because of the Chesto Berry. Quite often it is correct to attack, just simply though you can win on a Mind tie. But yeah, the Arena record is actually quite trustworthy, but I would like to beat it so it's a recorded record. Oh, Fake Out Dive, yeah, of course. This thing's quite likely to fail again. So we went on Mind, we attacked more, we went on Skill because it was asleep. We went on Body, but Double Team is very deadly. This is one of the biggest problems with... There's 2 really, really big problems in the Arena. The first one is double team, because if you miss them, you lose a point in skill, which is huge, and obviously you also miss them, so that's bad for body. The other massive problem in Arena is Confuse Ray and Swagger, because if you self-hit, you fail to use a move, you lose a skill point, you also take damage, so you lose on body as well. It's very difficult to beat those, or like really prepare for them in any convincing way. So we missed every move. It's not that bad when I tied, but if Sceptile had done some damage to me, I would have obviously lost this on body. Alright, that's fine. Jolteon 2 is not a real Pokemon. Hey, Phyllis, how was Glaceon? Ciso was here earlier to correct me on my stream title, at least. I'm not gonna fish for the substitute here. It was bad, okay. I successfully lost the silver match. Yapping too much, talking about things that weren't directly relevant to the game. I don't think we're gonna try and do Arena World Record. This is one of the best. This is one of the best records in Gen 3. 300 might not seem like a lot, but it is. But I want to have a better PB at least. I think we just attack Shuckle, so we win on Mind every time. $180. So yeah, the Arena World Record team used this in the back. Endure Reversal, Slackberry, Max Speed, Adamant. But I think we're going Snorlax, Latios, Milo. I feel like this is better. Not much better, but slightly better. It is true that we're in trouble against Shedinja, and there's a very small chance of Shedinja. Nice Guillotine, okay. Slightly scary. I think I sub because it's gonna probably Rock Tomb. Yeah. He did say a lot of attempts. He did say a lot of attempts. I don't want to yawn. It's just going to kill me with Oko moves. Okay, Snorlax is not doing a good job of dodging Oko moves today. It's actually incredibly likely to use Rest. And I win on skill because I use a super effective move. And this dies because it doesn't have a HP investment. 2 in a row is crazy. Yep. Imagine if there was like 5 in a row. That would never happen to me. Got Chesto Berry. It would never use Fissure. Look at me, I'm dodging now. This is a much more important dodge. I'm probably going to use Rest so I don't risk the miss. Please don't. Okay. Magby Gold is good work. What is the average we need for 10k again? It's 210, right? It's like 479. It's 10k divided by 479, so it's about 210. The problem is that, like, 200 is so much more than 170 for Hall. Like, it's so much more. I know you know this, I'm just sort of telling people that don't play Hall. Like me. I need to do Aaron Hall. So even though we failed the Earthquake, it still counts as an attack for the scoring. This is why it's important. Even if you're going to fail the attack, you should still attack. Ooh. We also need to do that. That is a really important project. We need to make it so I can turn on the the PBR or Stadium 2 commentator for Gen 3 or Gen 4. I think that'd be hilarious. It's going to be difficult, though, because we'll either have to slightly lag it, or we'll have to slightly lie about the logic. Because the PBR announcer, it only says something like, devastated by superpower. It only says that if the Pokemon gets knocked out. We might ignore that as a requirement. Yeah, 1 HP, sure. I was worried about missing that kill, but luckily it didn't wake up immediately. But that's going to be a lot of spaghetti code. I'm actually not sure how to parse out that logic. Like reading text like blank used Earthquake is easy. But all the logic more complicated than that is difficult. It's very difficult to improve. I mean, the thing about Arena is one of the most cooked facilities. People have really thought about this. I think there's only one thing that hasn't been explored properly, and that's Blissey. And I'm not convinced Blissey is actually better than anything else. I don't think I use Yawn against these Oko moves. Oko users. It's a bit of a low roll, right? But I stick on it. I guess I Yawn now, right? It's good as long as it doesn't kill me this turn. Which it shouldn't do. No choke. Okay. It's important to do damage to Rhydon too, because it does have special defense investment. It does live the Ice Beam at full HP. How ambitious do we want to be? Probably not that ambitious. 1 in 4 to lose our substitute to a turn 1 wake up. It's not Blastoise 3. The overlay is lying as Blastoise 4. It's the Focus Band set. It's going to Mirror Coat, very likely. I lied. I think I actually go for the body win. And now I rest and I win. Snorlax cheese. Okay, we're actually getting somewhere now. We're almost at the real battles. Metagross. It's Metagross 3. Don't miss. Meteor Mash crit though. Missing would be horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Okay. Not out of it yet either. We should be fine against everything except the Ice Beam, Freeze, or Crit. And Sunny Day is decently likely here. Yep. And that's fine. Okay. I think it's almost certainly going to see a kill with Focus Punch. It might be a roll, but even if it's not, I want to attack anyway, I think. It won't heal when it's faster than me. So it wins on mine, but I win on body, and then there's a tie on skill. Joyce is set 4. I'm pretty sure. The Ivy gap, it's 10. So this Jinx is 167 instead of 172. Probably does mean we're favored to kill. Okay. It's choice banded. I don't think Psychic Dive would ever fail to kill. We got a really good roll anyway. Scary though. I actually yawn next turn so that it has the maximum sleep turns against Latios, but I can rest first. I could actually yawn rest. I could rest again here. Because it means I tie on skill. Free turn Blissey. I think Blissey, like I cheese most physical attackers with counter, right? And then I cheese most special attackers with just a move. It literally seismic. And then a lot of the other things I can cheese them with soft boiled, right? I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced it's a great idea. So what I can do here is do yawn, rest, yawn, or rest, yawn, rest. I think I'd rather just faint. And we'll go for the sub. Yeah, we do have to. Because the problem is, if you don't Shadow Ball or Earthquake, too many things become really scary, and these are things that Latios can't deal with. Bit like this. So if I yawn versus this, it's counted as not very effective. I think I'd rather just Shadow Ball. After all, it's probably going to use rest now if it does live. Yeah. Put my mind to Counter Blissey. I mean, Counter Blissey is really good. The reason why Counter Blissey is not normally used is because of the risk of being crit, but obviously in Arena, you're already risking being crit with everything you use. I think I'm going to go rest and then back on Earthquake. There's a surprising amount of strategy for the Arena games. Not a lot. It's definitely the easiest facility to play well, but it's not completely mindless. So I win on skill because of super effective Earthquake. How good is a shared matchup for this team? Horrendous. I need Shedinja to choke, right? Against Milo. It needs to not attack every turn. Can the Bug Maniacs win Shedinja? Can all of them bring Shedinja? The thing is, Shedinja is quite likely to use Grudge or Confuse Ray, right? And then I win. with Milo. I just don't like the Metachan version. And I don't have anything else on the save file. Yeah, I'm probably not going for a I'm probably not going for a world record of this team. I've sort of given up on that. I just want a better PB. It's 150th, okay. I mean, low-key. Arena's just about dodging the bad matchup luck anyway, right? It is true that if Shedinja came in second after something more problematic, it would be a problem. Should be dead on turn 2 every time here, yep. I was convinced by Milo. He had 1 Shados in 1,000 battles. That's encouraging. Where's Dragonclaw? Give me Potato Berry. Did it crit me? Did it crit me or was it Latios 1? Give a force. Just thinking what happens if I miss Icy Wind. I don't want to be I don't want to be Thunderwaved on Mirrorcoat though. It's definitely not a bulky one, but it could be Latios 6. It could be Latios 6, right? No, it can't because you would have seen Shell Bell. I'm pretty sure it crit me though. I think it's 3 or 4. And I don't think it can be 4. Okay, and this is a losing position quite often. That's a little bit lucky. I don't actually two-shot all of them, do I? Altaria 1 and Altaria 3 both run max HP. They'd live 2 Icy Winds fairly often. There's not much I can do about Sing. Okay. Okay. What I hate about this team is how you instantly in so much trouble if Snorlax faints. Nice crit. It's 50% to be Chesto or Relumberry. Is that some kind of hall discussion? I thought you would rain dance fairly often. Okay. I don't want to be asleep for the final Pokemon in case it's got set up. Okay, I should win on Mind, yep. I'm okay against Machamp too, really, right? I'm okay against Machamp too. I'm happy to accept the Yawn trade there. Okay. Yeah, Rest is super effective. So is Counter. I'm not actually a master of counting systems. I hope that's obvious. Okay, same logic as previously. Nice miss. I do not want this to get to Latios. Why did it explode there? What was that explosion? Is Arena AI bugged? It should not explode there, right? That was the last Pokemon. Is that some... Hold on. Let me look. That's a score -10 and terminate from basic. That's so weird. Is that the arena messing up with the number of alive Pokemon left in some way? Like, because every explosion Steelix has valid attacks. Maybe it sees Snorlax as my last Pokemon. I mean, that's really scary, actually. The fact that Arena can just blow up on an endgame 1v1. That's really scary. We'll come back to that later, I think. That's really scary. Okay. Oh, it's goal time. Back-to-back Confuse Ray, question mark? Don't actually do it. Nice. It's leftovers. If it was full HP, it would obviously be -1 in a 1v1. Yeah, it's stuck at -1, right? Because all of this is just... It's only getting back to +0 at below 50. That's so weird. Oh, very strange. I can't think of any reason why it would do that. Unless it thinks one of its Pokemon is still alive. What I don't remember, did one of the Pokemon earlier lose the judge's decision? Potentially. But I think they actually do faint. They technically do faint. Your Pokemon definitely faint when you lose the judge's decision. That's so weird. There's definitely things left to learn about the way Arena works. To win on Mind and Body. Registeel. I think we'd go for the skill Mind win. Okay. T-Bot might be better than Ice Beam here. It's not Espeon 2 though because of item clause. So it's actually 2 in 3 to be Lum. Nice miss. Espeon 4 time. Unfortunately, we can't substitute into Potato Berry range here. Okay, if we don't miss, we still win. The Potato Berry on Latios with substitute as well, it really is actually quite useful. So we win after we missed. I mean, obviously that could have gone much worse. Bite can two-shot Latios. It's Wheezing 4. Narrowly lost somebody. The issue with using substitute is focus band. I don't want to run into that. This is going to T-wave almost every time. Golduck 4, that's fine. It's important to win on mind here, yeah. Is it a double yawn? Double yawn. Or go for the win with Shadow Ball, rest. Let's go for the win. The flinch. Trillis, what is the bug again? The new bug. Is Swampert 2 more or less likely to go for Miracoto over counter? It's way more likely to Miracote. Okay. Do we attack anyway, though? Because, I guess if we substitute on Ice Beam, we then get Potato Berry the following turn, right? Let's substitute. I think it's better even if it is actually gonna Ice Beam me. I'm not that worried about Swampert 3 and 4 anyway. It's Swampert 2. Okay, it's a Miracoto. We get the drop anyway. Cheesed. Why do you never rain dance? It should be decently likely. You are faster. I know Body Slam is not most powerful, but rest Shadow Ball, perhaps. The problem with rest is it could confuse Raimi and use up the Lum Berry. Okay. That was lucky. We do have it easy nowadays, that's definitely true. Don't think I'm as concerned about Nidoking 4. Okay, let's go Shadow Ball then. Sky Uppercut seems like it'd be very, very likely to kill. Oh my god. Mirror Coat is pretty damn likely. Attract is inactive. You might use it in an example. I hate this matchup. I really hate this matchup. Am I gonna use Yawn? I don't think I am. Oh, you actually fixed the bug as well. They'll listen to us now. Mizzy free. Just giving it Blaze. Who wins on draws? Yeah, you lose. If it is a true draw, both Pokemon faint. Both teams faint. It's a loss. I guess technically I always yawn in case I get a crit and I want to decide what to do after that. I'm probably in range of double Hydro. Okay, that's not Hydro Pump. That is always a problem with risking it. We do win on mine still. We're lucky that this thing doesn't have a setup move. There is a lot of Octillery today, that is true. The smoke screen is annoying. We missed the earthquake there. Regice. Okay. I'm not losing to counter. If it does counter here, unfortunately counter is super effective. But I think counter doesn't count as an attack. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. We could miss. I think it's fine even if we do. Okay. Regice, Regiseal, Regirock, the classic. Might actually be ideal if it does faint here. Whatever. Thing is, Triple Reggie is decently likely. There just aren't that many legends in Gen 3, right? It's especially likely in Ruby and Sapphire, where the Battle Tower is only the RSC Pokedex. It's still funny when it happens. It will always be funny. Okay. We do heal overall, though. Too important to win on Mind versus most of the double team spammers. No fake out, okay. I feel like I've been streaming for so long, but it's only been like an hour. I've forgotten what I do against this thing. Is too... surely too threatening. I can't let 2 get 3 boosts, right? Yeah. That's fine. That might not be fine. Curse, curse. Quick claw. No, I went on mine though, so it's over. Win on mind. No earthquake did combination. Play around counter question mark. Regirock 3 is not the scary one anyway. Okay. Okay. Actually thinking about what to do here. I think I substitute after now. Yeah, I substitute here. The fact that I got Patea Berry exactly is serendipity. It's mostly when I sub to avoid the loss to explosion. Tell your students to fix all the bugs in Emerald. Find every bug. Can be a PhD. Debond. We tied on body. That's so rare. Okay. To tie on body when you both take damage. Wow. I've never seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that. Meganium is fine. Always nice to cheese the endure sets in Arena. Not that concerned about 1 and 4. Well, 1 would be annoying, but I've got no real counterplay to it anyway. I'm gonna lose on body. Okay. I think I Shadow Ball rest. Okay, maybe I don't rest. I can't remember what my turn 1 thing was against Snorlax. Because I'm always so scared of Snorlax 8, right? I think I have to yawn. I have to yawn so Snorlax 8 can't get a free rest. Okay. Gonna lose on skill. So instead I win on... Do I want to tie? I think I do want to tie. Latios versus Snorlax is not a good proposition. Okay, that's big. It's very greedy to substitute here, though. It's another Greta round. Or Greta. Okay. I think I'm more likely to lose to 2, 3, or 4 than 1. Classic last words. I think rest yawn rest. So it used Sky Attack, but it missed. Does that mean that both moves failed? I don't think so, right? But I won on skill, so clearly it considers both turns of Sky Attack to fail if it misses? Or the Sky Attack itself, when it's used, never count as a hit? That's weird. I need to close my window. It is raining. It's excellent. Finally, the UK has overcome its heat wave. Attract is unbelievably bad. My Milo is female. Okay, that's good. I go female, male, female. That's fairly important. I think what I do here is I attempt to win on Mind, yeah. Because I don't want to play Latios versus Umbreon. Okay. Is it even better to yawn first? Like, obviously there's the chance of miss. I don't think so. I like going double yawn, even into 2 and 3, I think. Ooh. So let's say I can Earthquake once. It's an issue, right? Because 1, 3, and 6 are the ones that threaten Latios the most anyway. And they all have immunity to Lum. I could rest. I think it's extremely likely I do get out-damaged. Okay, you crit me. That's really bad. Okay. I'm favored to live, I know. Okay, crit into high roll. This is looking like a potential loss. Do 1 and 6 both rest here. If I fail this move, I'm lost, I think. The critical value when slower is, yeah, 60%. So 1 and 6 rest, and 3 uses T-Wave. So do I Icy Wind? Icy Wind, Mirror Coat, Dive. And if 3 goes for Thunder Wave, I just go Mirror Coat next turn anyway, because it's gonna Thunderbolt. And if 3 wants to explode on me, it wants to explode on me. I do survive it unless I get hit by Thunderbolt first. I think I Icy Wind. I think I do. Okay. Right, so one can amnesia here, obviously. Regice is going to win on body. So I need to win on, I need to win on mind and skill, which is going to be tricky. Do I actually just dive? Do I always lose here? Like, the fact that you use rest is going to win on body no matter what. The downside of using dive here is that if Regice 1 goes amnesia into Thunderbolt, it's going to win on skill because amnesia won't fail. And Icy Wind dive is the same because there's 2 attacks. I think I Icy Wind dive because of the Regice 1 threat. The thing is though, Regice 1 went for... It didn't go for amnesia versus Snorlax. That seems... It probably is Regice 6 actually. Because of how it behaved versus Snorlax. The crit on Snorlax, the crit Thunderbolt on Snorlax is probably going to lose me this game. I think the difference between dive and Icy Wind is the fact that dive is not... It is not very effective. And therefore I don't take a skill point penalty for using it. I don't think I would win with double Mirror Coat, but maybe I could. The problem with Mirror Coat is that it forces it to use Rest again. It's a tie. God damn it. That's a loss. Yeah. Because I'm 160. So it's 18% to kill Latios with Ice Beam. 18%. And I had to crit Snorlax as well. I don't understand how people can say the average arena streak is like 150. I can understand how a good arena streak is past 150, but to average that is just insane to me. I've done 5 streaks, my biggest is 109. Actually, I've done 6 streaks. Actually, no, I've done 7 because I lost to Silver. But I did 6 real streaks. We'll lead these 3 for a while. Reaction to dark types. Reaction test. Ba-ba-bum. Should we get a Dragon Claw Latios for these early rounds? Because then I don't have to swap moves at all. Yeah, I'm really sure. I'm really not sure I want to go for this. This record. Perhaps I should have gone for the Mirror Coat there versus Regice. Not being able to swap is awful. I think this is still easier than Factory, but only just. I think it's actually quite close. Like, Factory, Palace, and Arena, when played well, I think are closer than people realise in terms of the average streak length. I think Factory is still the shortest, though. But I think Palace might have a higher average streak than Arena does. Record is harder to beat. Oh, this one is much easier. Because it's only 300. So I can just spam attempts. The Jumpman Gen 4 tower record is going to take 110 hours even with perfect play. And that seems like a very big issue. Well, this is hard, and it takes luck, but this does not take extreme levels of patience. And also, it doesn't really... If I misplay on, like, Battle 90, and I lose a streak in Arena, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't really matter. ARF program. We are losing an Arena today. Huge crit. I think the problem with Arena is just that and Palace is also a little bit like this. It's just the fact that a little bit of bad luck goes a long way because you can't swap. I think that's the issue, basically. I mean, Battle Hall is also a bit like that because it's 1v1. A little bit of bad luck is just over. Battle Arena is fairly straightforward. You can't swap. And after 3 turns, if the match is not over, the judges judge on Mind, which is how often you attack, Skill, which is how often you attack successfully and use super effective moves, and Body, which is just simply who took the most damage. This is one of the simpler facilities. Guillotine! Oh no. That was an important hit, actually. Very important hit. I'm not sure if that was a micro power cut. I'm not sure if the mic picking up on that, the thunder in the background. I'm gonna guess I'm still live. Bum, bum. With cable. I've got fiber optic. And a router in the house. Gyarados always lives. I don't know why I always do this. Red Ice is a pretty obvious problem, right? For this order. I win on mine though. Yep. Confused Ray, I win. Get cheesed. Get cheesed. Go back to the regular team now. How dare you hit every move. Stop. The turn that sun fades, I freeze. Ba-bum, bum-bum, bum-bum-bum. I shouldn't have done that, actually. I should not have done that. So tilting, man. That's so tilting. How do I actually win this? I think it's Icy Wind into dive. God, I love this game. I shouldn't have used Yawn on it, though. I missed every move, though. I did miss every single move. Should we actually stop? I think I've had enough. I've had enough of Arena. No, go away. I need to restart the front end. It's fine, we had 3 attempts. Only one of them got anywhere. I need to restart this for my different team. There's something about making no progress, which does actually annoy me a lot. There's also something about my browser that's just crashing. Time for maximum fun. Get my revenge on the frontier for a little bit. It's still female. Surely Cinnamon Sage won't show up. Set 4. Kingdra 4. I think it dies too quickly. No, don't crit me. That's very rude. It's actually extremely inconvenient. Okay. Stutter? The problem is I can't actually stop. I have to play this game out. God, I fucking hate streaming. I fucking hate my internet as well. It's at 0 now. Fuck. Oh, I don't want to lose my tower streak to my bad internet. Oh no. I'll record the match if I lose or win, I guess. Almost out. Almost out. Oh, it's dropping again. This is so tilting. I just want to play the game. I'm gonna have to record locally as well. It's really low. I don't know why it's like this. It's like it's almost midnight. How is it? No, I'm dropping a huge number of frames. I just hate this because I'm stuck. I can't do anything. I can't do anything at all. I'm just stuck. I can't leave this battle. Okay, I care more about the streak than I do about the entertainment of the stream. I'm just gonna wait here until it stops dropping frames. I'm being dossed, am I? Oh, it's so slow. I actually can't. Unfortunately, I know it's only 329, but it's taken about 32 hours to get this far. Oh, I can't even turn it off. Oh. It doesn't make it. There is no other ISP. There's one connection. Though. I'm dropping every single frame basically. Is my stream actually frozen? Lissy should be moving up and down. Luckily, this is an incredibly easy match to win. Blastoise is completely free. I don't know if I can do anything though. The problem is I can't concentrate on the game. I won't be able to play the game because I will start clicking buttons and I'll constantly be looking back at OBS and it will make me misplay. I know it will. I can't play the game like this. I have to be completely sure that I can pay full attention to the game. I can't look over OBS every 2 seconds. This is not some simple little Nuzlocke. It's not like a fun little challenge. I have to fully live stream the whole run. And it's really bad. Like, I would be pissed off if someone else just, like, skipped a game. Yeah, I'm just stuck on one bar. Like, I pay a lot. I pay about 60 quid a month for 100 upload speed. Right now, I have 1. It's just... And it's 11:30. There is no one else uploading anything. It's 11:30 on a weekday. There's no way I could be throttled by anything else. It's just a joke. But the tower crash was different. Like the PC crash is like definitely bad. Like if my internet went down halfway through the game and I didn't realize, that would be not as bad as like recovering from a crash. The problem is I don't have a bitrate I can lower to, because it's just it's like at 100. Like I just drop every frame. I can't actually touch anything. The worst thing about this is that it's so variable. It keeps saying 0. It actually does look like I am. It really does look like I'm being doxxed. Actually, I mean, it really does look like a DDoS attack. I'll be honest. Because whenever it tries to go above 0, it just immediately goes back down. I really doubt someone is DDoSing me. That would be quite illegal. I am using OBS. The problem isn't that I have like I'm trying to stream at 10 and I have 1. That's not the problem. The problem is that my internet keeps going down to 0 for like 7-second bursts. So I'm obviously just dropping loads of frames. It also seems like my delay is much worse looking at chat. Yeah, I would happily stream at a much lower bitrate if it was stable, but it's not stable. It's going like it now says 13,000. What scares me is when it says 0 for like 10 seconds. It doesn't really matter what the issue is. The issue is that the problem exists at all. It's been slightly better for the past few minutes. Twitch does cap the bitrate as well for non-partners. What is the bitrate? I think it's 6,000. It does seem like it's stabilized again. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. It's been stable for a minute or two. No, you can't stream higher than 6K on Twitch. Because they start throttling you. They literally stop it. I think even partner is limited to something ridiculously low. I'm gonna keep going. I've completely forgotten how many moves. I've got no idea how many PPs Blastoise has got left. I've got no idea. It won't actually be 8K is the thing. You play fan games? No, not really. I'm locked in a... I've locked myself in hell, I'll be honest. With this shit. With Gen 3 and Gen 4 Battle Tower. Not the Gen 5, 6 or 7 or any better. I'm not going to argue with you. If you think it's 8K, that's fine. I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of people at Twitch. And a lot of YouTube partners and Twitch partners. Bro, why did I attack? I'm so out of it. Oh, I'm gonna be so upset if I lose. Almost, I've got no idea how much PP it's got. I've got absolutely no idea. I don't want to be vulnerable to it taking the struggle crit damage. You must be close. You must be close. Okay. The battle arena. I don't think I've made a battle arena guide yet. I do need to do that. Unfortunately, it's all coming out now, isn't it? Unfortunately, the YouTube video plans got quite heavily disrupted by something, which you will all learn about very shortly. But I want to be free of it. I'm pretty sure this was a picnicker. It's the drops that scare me. The immediate burn is also bad. God damn it. It's not holding back today, is it? Yes, I would like to make fun videos and guides and stuff. Unfortunately, something big has come up which has destroyed that, unfortunately. Wow, I am... It's just not my week, is it? It's just not my week. I'm gonna run out of PP doing this. I have to risk it. Unfortunately, this low on HP, Latias cannot switch into Ice Beam for risk of a crit. Can still sacrifice Skarmory. No, it's very serious. Yeah, well, actually, there's two things that are coming up, but they're quite serious, yeah. Okay, we're good now. Doesn't have enough PP to do Blissey anymore. But yeah, we need to get back to doing real guides and stuff. It's partially my fault. I have very limited free time. And spending it on other stuff is probably a mistake. If that focus banded, I would have been upset. Focus band into explosion. The fastest match ever? I'm in such a bad mood, guide. I'm sorry. I'm in a terrible mood. Bad day at work. Bad arena, 1.5 hours, and then internet issues. I can't wait. I can't wait on this. I've already waited too long. I've sat on this for 6 months. Latias is usually fine. Don't quick claw again. Okay. God, I hate this game. And no Fissure again. That's the last Fissure, though. I mean, all I'll say, it's fundamentally a problem about cheating. That is fundamentally what it is if the Frontier is going to be taken seriously, we can't let cheaters exist. That's basically the problem. But some people have very strange priorities. Very, very strange priorities. I just don't get cheating, you know. I actually don't understand it. I just think it's like it's just so loser. It's just such a loser thing to do. I would kind of understand it if it was like cheating in VGC or something and there was actually like some kind of reward, I would get it, but there are some fairly big people in the Frontier scene, and I don't get it. I don't get it. The thing is, the Frontier scene, you don't, if you really want a record, you don't have to be that good. It doesn't even have to take that long. I don't know. I'm heavily distracted though. It's having Shadow Ball left at the end is annoying. Ego is a reward, yeah, I just... I just think, I don't get it. You know, I don't get it. It is a big issue, though. The problem with cheating in the Frontier is that it's not even that you, like, if someone cheated in Gen 4 Tower, we'd know quite quickly. But also, it's like, if they weren't lying about a team being good, it wouldn't be that harmful because it wouldn't mislead other people down the wrong paths. You know, be like it's like something like if someone posted 1,000 wins with like a Shedinja team, and it just doesn't work. It's just like you've like, how were you ever going to get away with it? That's what I don't. This is the thing I don't understand. Actually, is like let's say I got 1,000 wins with I don't know, like Charizard, Shedinja, and Ludicolo, or just something that doesn't work, and like it obviously doesn't work. It's like, don't you think everyone is going to discover that? Like, what was the plan here? It's not like you tried to use a team that was hard to use and you did better than you. It's like people are just going to find out. I just don't like. There's no end game. It's just so weird. It's like, imagine for a second, like let's say someone was speedrunning Factory, but they weren't live streaming it, and then like they posted a time that was faster than world record. If you do that, people might think it's real, but it's just like if you post a time that's faster than what is possible to do, like you're just gonna get called out. I just and it's the problem is it's really the other problem is that with cheating is that what I want to say about a lot of it is like I want to say this is cheated, and the reason why I know it's cheated is because I'm a good player and I know it's cheated. And because this player is making all these mistakes. And unfortunately, that comes across as so arrogant. But then when you try and split it up and like, why is this cheating? 99% of the player base won't understand it. Like, maybe more than 99%. It just won't. And it's not because they're stupid, it's just a lack of familiarity. I just don't get it. I'm like, there's just like, what was the goal? I kind of understand cheating if you think you're going to get away with it, but if like you're not going to get away with it, I guess that's what they don't understand. They don't understand how obvious it is, perhaps because they don't play the game because they cheat instead. I just don't get it. But it is a problem because unfortunately you can't let it go. Like, it would be very tempting to let it go, and I think the introduction of a fully streamed leaderboard that we have now, I think it does help a lot, but people are still going to take non-streamed records seriously. Like, it's just a fact. Like, if someone had the world record in Pokemon Emerald any percent, and then there was someone else with a faster time and it wasn't fully live streamed, it was just recorded offline or something, like, I would assume that the offline one was legit, because I would say, like, well, if it wasn't legit, the mods would have said. And the mods aren't saying anything, so I guess it must be legit. And I think it's a really awful position for the community to be in, because then every real runner is like upset because they know it's fake, and they resent it. And it's not good for the cheater either, because if you're cheating, you can't actually like remain in the community because it's going to be so obvious. Like, pretend for a second, like a DDD can play the game. So I'm not talking about Emerald Tower. But, like, pretend there was someone with like 4,000 in Emerald Tower, but they're a terrible player. They would actually not be able to interact with the community very much, because so much of what they say would just get exposed as fake. But yeah. This is what I don't understand. I just like, there's someone, I don't know who it is. I really don't know who it is. It's very tempting to point at the top of the moderation team. It's very, very tempting to do that, but I think that would be probably a mistake to assume. But there's someone in the community who is actively protecting cheaters, and I don't know who it is. But there is someone. And I don't know if they're manipulating other people, or if they are a cheater themselves and protecting it, or if they they regard cheaters as less of a threat to the system than people who want to stream. It's something like that, but it's a very big problem. And it's going to be very difficult to understand and explain why that's going on, because it's going to make no sense to most people. Like, one of my upcoming videos, I know what people are going to say. They're going to say, why would blank do this? Doesn't make any sense. And it's a valid question. Like, why? And I don't know why. But it's happened before in other communities. I've been speaking to a lot of other moderators for other games. And there have been issues in the past where you essentially have the biggest cheater in the community is also the head mod. And you can imagine what comes after that. Need to probably scout this. Overheat, okay. It's actually very important that it hits me. And now we can growl. So overheat does do more damage, but Gen 3 overheat has strange AI. Ooh, it crits. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy, right? I mean, I'm gonna turn off the music. The music is distracting me. It's crazy, right? Like the the head mod was running the leaderboard site. They had no elo system in a massive PvP environment. It's such a weird story. It's like, what the hell is going on? And you could wait. It's just so strange, right? Because normally what happens when you have a cheater, normally cheaters are quite good at outing other cheaters, which is part of a reason why you want to actually rehabilitate cheaters. Like, if there's someone who cheated, especially if they did it in like a sneaky way and no one actually realized it, you actually want to try and keep them around, because they make quite good anti-cheat, because they've been on like the other side of the fence, if that makes sense. I'm worried about Double Edge critting Blissey. Oh god, forget I said anything. Like, alright, it's kind of like that. Like, I don't know, it's just... But cheaters always say the same things, right? Like, if you catch a cheater, they'll either deny it, or they'll say, oh yeah, I cheated, but it was just one time, trust me, bro. Everything I've done is legit, apart from that one time you caught me cheating. Or they'll say something like, oh yeah, I cheated on purpose to see if the community could catch me, to prove like that the moderation standards aren't good enough. Like, it's often one of those things. The Marlowe story in Minecraft is incredible. But yeah, it's like what was I gonna say? The thing about the oh fuck, what was I gonna say? Cheaters often lie about the extent they're cheating, but the thing about cheating is, like, a lot of people have said this. There's been a lot of I'm not outing anyone. A lot of people have said this to me. Where, like, I think the proof standards on Smogon are very small, and that is true. The proof standards on Smogon are very small, and a lot of people then say, "Oh, well, maybe we should post a fake record and see if it gets added," and then explain later that it is fake. And I'm just like, I don't think anyone should do that, because I think it sends the wrong message. I think if you feel like something is wrong, we fix it with constructive discussion. Like, yeah, getting a cheated streak onto the leaderboard would prove something, but it's something that should be axiomatically true anyway. It's just difficult, right? Because the lack of footage of Marlowe is weird. But the thing about Pokemon is that you don't have to be you don't have to be fast at button mashing. I guess it would be. There's certain things where it's like it is a bit suspicious because you're like, well, if you're good at the game, wouldn't you be able to like instantly tell like what this set is or something? And I kind of understand that. This is awful, actually. I've got to PP stall the remaining double edges, but I keep getting confused. God, this is so cringe. I have to stay in for the double edge. Like, I just don't think it's constructive. I wonder if I actually go Latias here, because I think losing the... Lumberry might be worth it, because I think I'm at risk of not getting a setup at all. It only needs a few crits to kill itself with recoil damage. I don't know where this Ninetales 1v1 like setup went wrong somewhere. I'm not sure where it was. It might just be that I got very unlucky with the Confuse RNG, or it might be that I just simply played it wrong in some way. I'm not sure. Yeah. But I think, like, people... Like, I also worry about the other side of the coin, yeah? Where it's like... I am a bit worried about giving the impression that even if you're legit, if you stream, we might think you're not legit because you're not good. But, like, I think we have a lot of... As a community, we've got a lot of understanding that people make mistakes a lot. I think there's a lot of... I think that needs to be more clearly communicated. There's a big gap between a good player who makes mistakes sometimes and a bad player who has no idea what they're doing. Like, we can tell the difference very quickly. I've never seen... Well, it is very, very, very rare nowadays, particularly because you can spectate people. Like, to have no footage of them. Most games have a spectate feature where you can see some amount of inputs as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. And another part of it... Oh, no, don't worry, the Togetic figures... Togetic, sorry, I can't even say it. That's fine. That's not a... That's like a... On a scale of 1 to 10, that's like a 1. The thing I'm thinking about now is probably going to be a 10 when it comes out. That is another part of it, though, is like, the thing about cheating is that... You gotta think, like, you gotta think about someone accusing you. So if someone accused me, what would I want them to come out with? Like, I'd want there to be a lot of evidence, and I'd want them to have thought a lot about it. I'd want it to not be baseless. That's really important. That is really, really important, and I'm totally on board with that. But at the same time, it's like there's also a side of it as well. As like, let's say you want to investigate my Gen 4 tower streak, right? My 2-1-60 personal best on Gen 4 tower. Like, good luck. Good luck reviewing that. I don't know how many hours of gameplay that is. I think it's probably close to 100. Good luck reviewing that. Good luck going over all the scenarios. It just seems like hell. And if someone felt like it was fishy, I feel like they should be able to say that in a way that doesn't upset me. And I think I hope it wouldn't upset me. But like at the same time, they could say it in a really bad way that I feel like is causing a lot of negativity. And it's just really hard to know what to do, man. Because it needs to be possible to make an allegation, but it can't be impossible to have like impossible proof standards as well. Very helpful. It used Surf, classic. So it's only Vaporeon 1 that's a risk here. This is scary because of Baton Pass. That did a lot. I think it's 1 or 4 for sure. Yeah, it can't just be a suspicion. I also don't even know, like, what would it mean? Like, if someone gets caught for cheating, what does it even mean? What do we do? Because people have been caught and they're still in the community. Beyond the fake accent. I'm playing the long con. I've been trying to beat the Gen 4 tower record for years. Can you imagine if I was cheating? Can you imagine if I was cheating and like still couldn't beat it? The super long con where I just keep having depressing losses. This has to be 1, right? It has to be Vape 1. So Byte has 25 PP. The ultimate. I mean, the funny thing is the what was the old meme? I remember this back when I remember this back at A levels. Phyllis will probably have something similar. I was like, I remember some of my friends trying to figure out how they could cheat in A levels, and I was kind of like, well, guys, you could just sort of like read the textbook a bit and learn it, and then you have this cheat where like you know the answer because it's in your head. And it is like that with a few of the facilities where it's like it might actually be easier to get the record legit than to cheat in a way that none of us catch. But I don't want to tempt fate by saying that. Bum, 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 bum. You've been watching the videos for a while. You're a trooper. Everyone loves the VOD watchers. I don't even, like, Smogon shouldn't even be the problem, right? There should be absolutely no problem with Smogon on paper. Because it's fine to have a leaderboard with lower proof standards. But there's just something weird going on. And I don't want to point any fingers, because I don't actually think... I think if I pointed fingers at Smogon, I think I'd be pointing at the wrong person. I'm very, very sure about that, actually. I'm pretty sure if I named someone, it would be the wrong person. But there's someone in Smogon that's fucking with things. I'm very, very confident about that. I just don't know who it is. Because there's no way that they are all... There's no way that they're all legit and then none of them have an agenda. Tried to cheat in a Spanish project. Yeah, it is often like that. Yeah, delete Monetric from the ROM. I'm scared. The thing is, Phyllis, the thing is, I don't want to give people ideas. But I am actually scared of someone doing this, where it's like, you could delete Metagross 4 from Gen 4, and it would make everything easier. It almost doesn't matter what your team is. Every team is scared of Metagross 4. And there would just be, like, no way to catch it. It just would not be obvious at all. If someone looked at, like, 2,000 games, they'd be like, huh, you're meant to have, like, faced, like, 20 Metagross by now, but you faced 0. But no one's going to do that. No one's going to do that. The thing is, Shamans, another thing about this. So a recent controversy, and I know that some people are going to disagree with this. A very recent controversy was someone found a wild level 1 Pokemon in some kind of challenge. Like, the challenge was... It was like, they were like beating Heart Gold with, like... I don't know, Fearow or something. Like, it was just like a made-up challenge. It was a challenge that only they had ever done. No one else cares about it. It's only them. And they ran into a wild level 1 Pokemon, which is impossible. And my reaction when I saw that was like, I just think they've cheated. And everyone was saying, well, why would you cheat in a competition where there's no one else playing? And I just think, I don't think we should try and attribute logic to cheating. Yeah, Maffei is famous in Smogon circles. Definitely. I don't know if level 3 refers to that. Are you a super admin? Are you a super mod, Maffei? The problem is I don't read the forums at all anymore. It's been years. A showdown admin, yeah. Yeah, speaking of red, blue, yellow, I saw Big Yellow's video about Gen 1 Ubers. That was fascinating. I really enjoyed that. Because I know almost nothing. Well, I actually know more now that I've seen a video. But my impression of Gen 1 Ubers was Mewtwo and Mew are OP and nothing else matters. And I remember hearing stuff about the Ditto transform into Mewtwo for another Mewtwo thing. It was interesting to hear that get debunked. The friendly veteran. Oh no, am I blanking someone? Does bite crit really do more than 70%? I don't believe it. Okay, maybe it does. Yeah, maybe it does, okay. Bruh, I meant to click Torment, and I clicked Whirlwind. It is one of these days. Okay, it's T-Bolt. That doesn't help me. It's just... Today's been a disaster. Dealing with unban requests is hell. I've done that in enough communities to know it's hell. This is the unfortunate part of being a mod, is that you spend most of your time interacting with people you don't want to interact with. Yeah. And if you're lucky, you're also working under admins who aren't being unreasonable. I mean, talking about let's move it away. Like, there is big upcoming drama, unfortunately. But the most insane drama I ever remember is the blue drama, the blue cheating scandal in Smogon. With their ult. I forgot what their ult was called. And blue was talking to their opponents as they were playing against them. That is like the most... Like, I just... What's crazy about that is, like, blue was such a good player. Will you do Battle Subway stuff? We are doing Battle Subway stuff. So I do have a current streak in singles and doubles. But, my overlay stuff for Battle Subway is currently broken. So for boring coding reasons, it's proving a little bit more difficult than I thought to read text on the screen for Subway, for the overlay. I will fix it soon. But we do need to do Subway stuff. What I need to decide for Subway is I need to actually decide what I want to play. Because, in Subway, for example, Subway singles, I can play a Durant team. They're very boring, but they are most likely the best teams in the game. I can continue with the team I'm currently playing, which is a Stool team. Or I could like investigate and copy the team of some other one else and sort of do a half investigation to see if it's legit. And the same with doubles. I'm not sure what I want to do. The problem with Durant is just so boring. It's so boring, dude. Like, Durant is turn 1, entrainment, switch, protect, set up, protect, set up, protect, set up, protect, set up, protect, set up. And then you sweep, and you do that like 28 times a stream. The thing is, the thing I do understand, and this isn't me saying I'm cheating. This is not me saying I'm cheating, but I do kind of understand the idea of like being a perfectionist that's being tortured by the shadow of perfection. I can understand that. Like, if you feel like you're very close to something, and you're like 2% away, and low-key, people probably wouldn't find out. I do kind of understand that. But, yeah. Still got T-Ways, right? It's not modest. Latias is totally dead to a crunch. I mean, a bite crit, though. Yes. Yeah, exactly. But I'm playing so badly. It's a good thing no one's paying attention. I would call myself a cheater if I saw myself play like this. Okay, we've got it stuck. So I probably do need to stall out of all of its PP as well. Okay. Thanks. The overlay took a while. I want to improve the overlay further, but I'm running into code bloat. I do get it. To be honest, to be completely honest, I feel like I deserve Gen 4 Tower record. I feel like I deserve it. I really, really, really feel like this. After 13,000 games or however many games I played, I feel like I deserve it. And I don't have it. And I kind of understand how someone in my position could then just go like, oh, I'll cheat for it, it's fine. But I have kind of like the opposite reaction. Like, I was like, if I cheated for it now, it would just be like, it'd be like I would betray all of that time spent grinding for it. It would just feel so incredibly hollow, I think. I think low-key it'd be like the worst thing I could do. Not even for like other people, like for myself. What's your favourite Pokemon? You can guess mine. I like Zigzagoon. I think Zigzagoon is really funny. How it runs in zigzags, I think that's hilarious. What else? I get this question a lot, and I never really have like a great answer. Like, I don't think I have like a favourite Pokemon in the same way that most people do. There's some Pokemon I think are funny. That's kind of what it is. It's like a silly goofer. I think Iron Mugulus is hilarious. I love Jimothy Cool. Shaman Sky. Yeah, at least you're honest. It would be surprising if it wasn't. It's 2 ahead on Shadow Ball, right? God, I've forgotten the count again. I think it's got 2 left. As in 1 left now. Last one? It had none left, I lied. great counting. Zoroark is a nightmare for facilities, right? I do like Fuecoco. I feel like I'm rare. Because I'm mostly an old gens player, but I don't think the newer generations have. I don't think they're bad. I think the new Pokemon are fun. I haven't got much bad. I haven't really got anything bad to say about new Pokemon apart from the fact that I feel like the game has been power crept a bit too much for me. And not in like a bad way. I think if you like Hyper Offense, I think the game is still a lot of fun. I just low key I preferred it when Stool was very dominant. Okay, we're finally gonna finish this. I forgot I had Raw. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is the worst game I've ever played. Oh my god. I forgot. I mean, I was lucky to get Bite instead of Raw anyway. Oh, it's so over. Do I just Seismic Toss this? I've totally forgotten how much PP this thing's got left. Oh, this is the worst game ever. This is the worst game ever. I'd have the PP stall. I've actually I can't set up on it, can I? Because I've got a PP stall out of Raw, and it will die before it ends. What's the worst thing that could be in the back? Because I've seen Jolteon. Probably Espeon 4, right? Espeon 4. Espeon. I've got to assume it's Espeon 4, I think. Do I just Calm Mind here and kill it? Unfortunately, it's kind of counterproductive, right? Okay, when it comes back in, I can do it. I think this is the best setup we're getting. It's fine. Blissey is good against Espeon 4. That's not Espeon 4. This might be a Quick Claw Shadow Ball user, though. Okay. It's over. Jesus. That was 7 battles, by the way. It took like an hour. Even for me, that's slow. Jesus. What's your favorite quirky set for the Battle Tower? That's a good question. What is my favorite stupid set? Like there's Trick Band Zam. There's Physical Gengar, but both of those aren't that funny. They're kind of usable. Shuckle 2 is bad, but that doesn't make it, like, quirky. What is the quirkiest set? What is the quirkiest set? Maybe Golem 2. Maybe Golem 2. Golem 2 is bizarre. It's the double team substitute focus punch Golem. It may be Freddy. Freddy is a good answer as well, actually. There's also the Perish Trap Mischievous. And it's not even a trapper, the Perish Strong Altaria, but that's as bad. I think that's as bad. Anyway. Sunny day. Should we go straight for the setup? Yeah, Choice Band Trick Alakazam. Pretty neat. Don't crit. Ooh, you've Psych Up. But it's Gen 3, so this thing is going to spam Psych Up. Is it Azelf that has the Hall set with Fling Flame Orb? Is there a Hall set with a Jacoba Berry? Or Jaboka Berry, even? Of course, it's Mr. Mime 4. Oh yeah, Mr. Mime breaks the overlay, and still haven't fixed that, lol. This is Mr. Mime 4. It's got Fire and Ice Punch, Thunderbolt, Psychic, and a Bright Powder. It's actually quite a big threat because of the chance of dropping Blissy's special defense. And the Paralysis is a bad start. Ooh, the crit. It's soundproof as well, of course it's soundproof. We've been lucky with these special defense drops, though. There it goes. We are paralyzed. Well, we're obviously at -1. But being paralyzed means we can't be frozen or burned. So perhaps we take this for a bit. I think we heal there. Of course, you Thunderbolt. Might as well waste 1 PP. I can't say substituted for all of these moves, and I would actually like to have a bit of substitute PP left at the end, in case Blissey is needed. The second I don't actually go for substitute, it freezes me. Freeze is better than burn, though. I think it's got 1 T-Bolt left. Yeah, it's out of T-Bolt then. Still can't go Scarm, though. It's crazy that you haven't burned me, actually. Okay, we heal Scarm, in case it's needed. And we set up, and we win. Finally, normal game. Do we actually want to sweep it in a damaged state? The problem is I can't remember what the trainer was. That's a poker fan, so it's set 4s. But I misclicked onto substitute. It's time to retire. So a crunch crit probably does do enough to Latias to stop a substitute on the turn after that. So I do need to torment this. Or I PP stall it. Let's just PP stall it because I get a torment in anyway on the raw turns. If I want it even. Do I want it? Ooh, the crit drop. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be so much fun. Bum, bum. I don't know. The thing about... It's not just this team. It's also Gen 4. There's different levels of how safe you can play. Because, like, against this Arcanine, for example, I could just immediately set up Latias. And unless it got, like, back-to-back crits, I would set up just fine. And even if it got back-to-back crits, I could dip out and then stall it after that. It's only truly safe to fully stall it, though. And it's the same in Gen 4 as, like, you know... Okay, you're going to play Drapion in Gen 4. Are you going to PP stall every Ice Beam out of its PP before you use Acupressure? Because you should do that. The punishment for not doing that is very, very rare. It doesn't come up very much, but when it does come up, you're in trouble. There's like, so like, are you going to do that properly? Because that adds, you know, minutes to every game. And really, you should do that with moves like Signal Beam and Thunderbolt as well. So, like, are you going to do that? It's also difficult. This would be more fun if we were on, like, 3000, right? But because we're on, like, 300, it's very difficult to have fun. So, yeah, the question is not... The question is not if a DDD knows how to play like this, because he does know how to play like this, and so does Jumpman. They're both capable of looking at a situation and knowing what to do. The question is, did they do that for 2,000 or 3,000 games every single time? And even if the answer to that is no, it doesn't mean they cheated. It just means that they didn't play it absolutely perfectly. Yeah, it's the Focus Punch set that's a problem. Why did you stop using Focus Punch? This thing's going to be so annoying to deal with, actually. Do I just roar? I mean, Whirlwind. Nice crit. At least he didn't do it back to back. It's outplaying me really badly today. I'm actually going to go for the double. It's just random, isn't it? God, this is... Focus Punch is 20 PP in total. But all I need to do is stall it out of its rock slides, and then Latias does set up. There's the crit. Okay, so we're dead. But I think that's fine. It is rock sliding this turn. There's no point putting Blissey in. Absolutely no point. It hits, okay. And it Quick Claw Hyper Beams, but it does not crit. God, this is so freaking dicey, isn't it? What's funny about this is that if I was using Latios, I don't get the substitute there because of the lower bulk. I'm in danger of running out of sub, actually. I did not think it would be breaking the sub. I'd actually really like to hit it now. Surely it's a roll. Not if it crits. Okay. I'm scared of the struggle crits as well. Particularly with Quick Claw. We finally hit it. Don't roar. Easy. If that Steelix had used roar... I guess I probably do Seismic Toss it, right? If it was Steelix 1. It does have Citrus. I don't think that saves it. It's Gen 3 Citrus. It's only 30 HP. This is set 4, because it's Youngster Jackson. Thunderwave, okay. Crit, okay. Don't choke. Don't choke, Blissey. I hate Blissey versus Electrics is the stuff of my nightmares. Because it should beat them, but it's just like it's always a few fully paralyzed turns in a row from going really badly wrong. We'll stay in for as long as we can, which is as long as Crunch doesn't get the drop. Of course you get the drop immediately. That is quite triggering. I don't think it has enough Crunch PP to win, though. Double drop? Raw? I misclicked. Losing the lumber like that is so stupid. It's so easy to do it though. So many of these turns are just so incredibly mindless. Okay. It's still got drawers left, obviously. Yeah, party order changes are annoying. Don't crit me like that, it's scary. Oh, I'm gonna have to make contact with it as well. This better be lightning rod. Never in doubt. Okay. Flamethrower, okay. Unfortunately, it can use cross chop, so I do have to use torment. No crit. It's going to cross chop now. Guaranteed. Not guaranteed, actually. Not guaranteed at all. No. It can earthquake and rock slide as well. I have to risk this. I'm waiting for the cross chop. Okay, it's annoying. I don't want to lose Lumberry. I would rather lose Skarmory than lose the Lumberry. Wow, still no cross chop. It's 25% to get the +1 on neutral. There it is. So Blissey can come in for free here. Unfortunately, Skarmory's too low. It's random what moves it uses, apart from cross chop, obviously. Between Flamethrower and Rock Slide. I think I'd rather rest. Okay, I'm going Latias in that case. Cross chop crit. Oh, almost. Unlucky. Unlucky, Machamp. Rock Slide does break the sub. It's also possible that it doesn't actually use Rock Slide. It's also possible the Rock Slide misses. Nice miss. It's very annoying, but can't be helped. Last game. think it is worth trying it once. It is clear body. Okay, good to know. I've not been following Warabi recently. I'm a fake Warabi fan. It's very sad. I think he spent quite a bit of time doing the Gen 3 Frontier thing where he's fighting the brains with their shiny versions of their teams or something. No surprises in the back. Cool. This frickin' stream, man. What happened here? So, we wasted a load of time in arena getting nowhere. Then my internet chat itself, and then we did 14 games in like 2 hours. While I was mumbling about cheaters. What a great stream. Jesus. And all after Etchy raid. I feel bad for the Etchy viewers. Hopefully they left a long time ago. Hopefully the Etchy viewers did not stick around for this. That's one of the worst streams I've done in months. Okay. Okay. We shall return to factory on Friday. I'll see you later, guys. It'll probably be factory doubles on Friday and then factory singles at the